Georgia turns blue, terrorists storm the White House, and I still ain't got my full STEMI check. Let's talk about it.
What's up? This your girl Johnny Way. It's Cody Shane. You already know I'm rocking.
Killer from the phone, kicking shit, man, with me shade and dope.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know what time it is. It's your favorite homegirl, Crochet Go, and it's another special edition of Kickin Shit. This time, I got something new for y'all. It's something we calling Toxic Month. Now, if you're familiar with the Kickin Shit Instagram, then you know we do a thing, or we started a thing back in 2020 called Toxic Tuesdays, where we did a weekly recap on just things currently going on or just in general that we needed to get rid of. So, for a new spin on the YouTube channel, I thought it would be great to bring Toxic Tuesday to YouTube, but with a twist. And we're calling it, again, what? Toxic Month. Now, look, I gotta put on my sleeve on this one. Like I said in the intro, let's just get started. If you can't tell, I'm from Georgia. Shout out to my alma mater, Georgia State. And ironically, no pun intended, but Georgia turned blue. Yes, January 5th, January 6th, Warnock and what was his name? Oh God, it's slipping me right now. But yes, we got both Senate seats here in Georgia to turn blue. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the same day. I don't even want to say WS is ran into the White House. Not White House, oh God, don't get me the line. Ran into the Capitol. Stormed the Capitol. Just look at some of this. Just a mess. A straight mess. Now, again, because we already know we can't protest peacefully, riot, nothing without being called criminals, thugs, crooks, so just all type of degrading names, and being close to shot or killed, murdered. So at the end of the day, the fact that they were able to even get close, much less get away with this, and yeah, some people got reprimanded, but for what it meant for our country, I gotta take a sip on that. Yeah, we got a lot to cover, so we're gonna move past that. But next, I want to talk about my STEMI check. Like, don't get me wrong, I ain't tripping, I'm sipping. Ooh. But just like everybody else, I would like to know what's going on. I put my input in for the people. I voted. I did what I was supposed to do. We showed up. We showed blue. And what it do? Where the money at? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? I'm trying to get them bands, get them checks, get them grands. Now, don't get me wrong. It's for good causes, for good reasons, but the little bit they talking about, it needs to go up, and when it's coming, needs to be stated. So we just need to get more clarity on what's going on. This is just the first week of January was crazy, insane, just in general. But moving on, stocks, GameStop and stocks, Reddit users, GameStop and stocks. Now, I don't know about you, but as soon as I got the call or I got the information, I ran over to, I ain't even gonna do them like that because I'm using a few and they were all across the board giving me difficulties, let's just say the least. And again, these accounts I already had invested in certain stocks and certain brands, so me going to just buy a share of this and that, I didn't think would be a problem. But Lord behold, I was stopped at the door. They said no entry. They told me I ain't have, bruh, you can't get in. You ain't got enough buying power. Now, granted, I keep putting money in. I keep putting money in. And then they hit me with the DM. Don't get me to lie. I don't know how to pronounce the word, so here it go at the bottom. Botality. I looked that up, and that basically is concluding that their ratio of capital revenue can't be maxed out past a certain borrow limit. So basically the big people were upside down. And what they were saying was the Reddit users and usums on the social media networks had flipped their system upside down so much that they had exceeded a limit. Realistically, let's just say they were willing to go legally, not obligated to go. But again, in the world of the free market, why are there limitations? Anyway, moving along. If you can get in where you fit in. Now, Jesus, I gotta put my sleeve back up for this one. Oh man, if you watch some of my previous Kickin Shits, then you know I just did a review on this man's project. And what did I do? I wished him well. Just for a week later, LUCCI to be charged with conspiracy and everything else to commit, you know, the M word. Now, I don't want to believe it, but they say they got proof, evidence, and the truth. And that's all I really want to say on that, cause I just was wishing him well. But you know, Reginae, at the end of the day, it's a life lesson for everybody. Like, you gotta, from what we could tell, he was putting out good, but from what we know from the dynamic of their relationship, karma is another thing. Now, it come in different forms. Who's to say what this is for his experience? He's supposed to get his lesson out of this. Granted, I hope she gets a lesson out of this. They both get lessons out of this experience. And again, all just aside, I'm really wishing them well, because murder is no joke. This toxic month is already getting heated, and I'm only about halfway through. Again, let me take a sip. Ooh, that was more like a gulp, but whew, I needed that. Moving right along. Speaking of relationship drama, I was just so surprised to find out that Dr. Dre was in the ICU. Now, I haven't heard many updates on that. It was reported very, very briefly. I mean, they touched on that and got off it like it was the gas. But anyway, I'm wondering what's going on, because every time we get an update on that story, it just seems like he's getting sunken in deeper and deeper and deeper into legal allegations and issues. So, I don't know, but I hope they can just make an even divide in the divorce, come out amicably, yes, that, and just part ways, because I don't want the man to die. Like, come on, man. I know stress is crazy. That's why I do Toxic Tuesday, Toxic Month. That's why we kick it. That's why we converse with each other, just to get it out, because at the end of the day, it's a lot of craziness going on. We need a release. Oh, I felt that. Let me not play with it, but we need a release, and that's just what we're here to do. Now, moving right along. I don't want to touch on it too crazy. Me and my girl already talked about it. We feel how we feel. She felt how she felt. I felt how I felt. I've heard how everyone in the media world has felt about this. T.I. and Tiny, they done canceled the show. They ain't canceled, suspended the show. And right now, last I heard, we were at roughly 30 accusations. Now, I don't want to say what I do and don't believe, because I'm never gonna. It's where there's smoke, there's fire. That's been the motto of this all. And at the end of the day, I know, trust me, I'm not fooled. I know what goes on in the industry. Everything about the allegations is nothing subpar of a typical night in the music industry, aside from the illusion of it being forced upon, or it being actually forced upon people. Sorry, let me not say illusion and discredit the victims. But at the end of the day, again, we got so many different narratives. Again, when all drugs are involved, partying is involved, heightenedness of a popular celebrity, because that, people don't realize how much of an influence that actually has. Like, they always say, it's not the person who changes, but it's the people around them who change. So people interact with you just a certain way because of who you are. And then when you get all of that embodied in one, and yeah, sometimes egos are skyrocketed. I feel like I'm justifying this for them, but at the end of the day, she kind of said what she said. Take a look. Nah, for real, I ain't gonna do that. But basically, speaking of her, she should have just. And that's what I'm going to basically do on this whole subject. Like I concluded with my girl, until the facts are out. Because at this right now, all we doing is assuming, like we said, it's a 30 amount, so even if 50 of that was accurate, that's 15. We need to look into possibilities for consistency, stories, actual. I know Sabrina took a test from the Glam. Sabrina, if you don't know, from the Glam University, is the one who actually called out T.I. and then in regards followed up with calling out Tiny with these accusations. She claimed T.I. put a gun to her head, and she took a lie detector test in which the results that she posted showed to confirm that she was telling the truth. So we don't know what's to come with all of this, but at the end of the day, let the truth be told, because we just keep, from the Me Too movement to just all different gray area allegations, like there are facts and then there is clout. And I always lie somewhere in the middle trying to figure out what really went down. And that's all I want to know. What really went down, so we can just do what we need to do. Let's get on to a lighter subject, I guess. And then I'm gonna bring it back full circle for y'all. But we want to talk about Chloe Bailey. Fine self. And what y'all not gonna do is decide all of a sudden y'all want to be stands and support and have even not even support, just have a comment on something y'all ain't been a part of. Because a lot of y'all, let's be real, y'all probably don't know Chloe and Hal from YouTube. Talk about it. Y'all probably don't know Chloe and Hal from Ellen DeGeneres. Talk about it. Y'all probably don't know Chloe and Hal even from Chloe and Hal even from Grownish. So for y'all to have the audacity to be on this girl new Instagram page commenting on what she does and does not do with her body, much less her body, get out of here. Go deal with yourself. Sit down, honey, because we chilling. We kick shit. We sipping wine, girl. We not bothered. We not stressed. You see all this stuff we talking about? You see all this stuff going on? We not stressing. Chloe Bailey videos was a blessing. Amen to that. So hush y'all mouth. And I don't want to hear nothing in my comments about it, because women empowerment, black women empowerment is all it's gonna be. And no backlash will be tolerated. I gotta wrap this month up. The month was crazy again. Crazy, toxic month. Toxic January 2021 felt like a continuation of 2020. And that being said, last but not least, I want to talk about COVID, city girls, and super spreader events. Now, so it was posted, they did an event, packed out event, showed up last 15-30 minutes. Sources say they were lip singing as well. And I just, aside from COVID, I know y'all hear my neighbors. I know my neighbors want to be a part of what I got going on, but shh. Nah, anyway, aside from they just all on the phone, rewind, cut that. They got me confused and everything, threw me off. Shit. Now, lip singing and everything else. Now, aside from COVID, there is a certain culture, club culture, where that thing happens. Like, I've been out with promoters, without promoters, just going to events. And granted, there's a thing called walkthroughs, and then you actually have bookings and different type of levels of engagement. Now, it's up to the club promoter at their discretion on how they promote it. Now, it's always promoted. They're gonna be there. They're gonna show up. It's packed out like they just any second now. But the whole time you're waiting, and they barely get there the last few minutes or the last hour of the event. Typical, not just for city girls, typical for dang near all artists, really. Something I wish was not a thing at all, that we should completely, again, in appreciation, in respect, and just love for your craft and the people, show up and do your job, bro. That's all I'm saying. And then we put COVID back into, I almost knocked my hat off. We put COVID back into the equation, and we got super spreaders. So you tell me, you got these people out here risking. And now, granted, it's their choice. But don't be mad when you're up here talking about this and that happened to your family member when you're living with them and you're hanging out with them, but you want to go see City Girls and you in here with Tom, Dick, and Harry, as our grandma would say. Don't know who they been around either. Might have COVID. Just to wait for the City Girls to come for the last 15 minutes. You got to be kidding me. Y'all playing. We ain't gonna never get out of this. Sit down. Sit down. I feel like we back in the old days. Please sit down. We is tired. Quarantine day number 999999999. We tired. We don't want to be inside no more. Go home. Stop performing. Sit down. Okay, I'm done. Let's wrap it up. Again, as y'all can see, I done got to sweat. I got overheated in here. January was intense. And again, we going to release that energy from that crazy toxic month. So all that we just discussed, let's take a second. Breathe. Release. Take a sip. Whew. Now, what I do want to say, and let me sit this down. What I do want to say is forget all of that. On top of all of that, mental health check-in. Like I said, we good over here. We at peace, and I hope you doing good too. And not letting anything I discussed or anything else that I might have missed or didn't touch on, and stuff that we don't even know about that you got going on personally, stop your grind. This year, we got goals, we got missions, and granted, that's every year. But this year, different. This new normal, different. Life hitting different. We doing things different. And at the end of the day, things are going to keep happening. I'm going to keep touching back with y'all every month. Again, toxic month. We're going to talk about it, but guess what we're going to do? Release it. Because at the end of the day, the show must go on. And if y'all need me, y'all already know what time it is. I'm y'all favorite homegirl, and I love kicking shit with y'all. Hit me on all my socials. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and turn your post notifications on so y'all can be a part of my growth and the grind. Again, it's finna be amazing. I feel amazing. The energy is amazing. And I love y'all. I will check in with y'all next time. I'll see y'all later. Peace.